Hey YouTube, I wanted to talk about things that I know and that you'll never be able to convince me otherwise about. So I'm going to start with God, because there is no God. And this is one of the first lessons that humans really must learn. That the people that speak for God are full of bullshit, and they are selfish, and they will exploit their privileged position of being close to the God that doesn't exist. And that's just true. You're never going to convince me otherwise. It's not a topic that I haven't thought about. It's obvious. It's a matter of intelligence. It's a matter of knowledge. There is no God. But some people definitely believe in one. And of course they're allowed to. And I do have an open mind. So I'm totally open to, like for instance, when I was in science class, they were explaining to me the magnetic field of Earth. And I didn't believe it. I was like, how, the whole planet has a magnetic field, and there's like a north and there's a pole that is positive charged and negative charged. How can that be? This is a ball. It's dirt. It's not, but no, it's got a magnetic field. I was wrong. So since I'm wrong sometimes, I have opened my mind to the possibility of other people's perspectives on most issues. Most, not God. The other thing you can't convince me of is that I'm not an N-word. And I'm not going to say it in this video, so share this video far and wide. It's safe. The worst thing I'll say in the video I already said. Bullshit. And it's just not bullshit that I'm an N-word, because it's something I discovered. And so I wanted to create an analogy so you can understand what my beliefs are there. Because discovery is different from creativity or having a thought experiment that brings you to a conclusion. Discovery means you've really explored something and there's something there. Because when I was a kid, the only time I said nigga was, okay, I guess the video now is adults only, didn't mean to, but is when Samuel Jackson said it, and I watched his shows, his movies, and he said it, so I said it to my friends, and they all said, no, that's racist, never talk to us again, and so I stopped saying it for year after year after year. During that time, I believed this was 97. It equals 97. That's the only way I knew of to refer to this. Now I know that it can be called Nev. 97 is Nev. Now, true or false almost doesn't matter, because it is something I've discovered that is obvious, that I simply believe. If this is not referred to as Nev, then how did I call it Nev? If you can never call a Nev Nev, is it a never Nev? Or have you nevered the Nev-ing of Never Nev? My point is, nobody's going to argue me out of that perspective. I call it 97 and Nev. The N-word means racism and hideousness and human and oppressed and the verb to oppress and disenfranchisement and millions of things, right? But more than anything, to me, it's important that it means human, because I can build off that. Nev has Nate that comes after it and Nix that comes before, because I build off of a concept. But once I have the concept, if it's true, I'm stuck with it being true. And I wanted to say that in a video because sometimes I think that people think that the N-word is optional. And that's what I have to report to you, is just that it really doesn't seem to be all that optional or arbitrary. It just seems to me like a conclusion that English comes to that you can't escape. And that certainly I can't escape. Maybe better men than I can, and maybe you're better than I am. So tell me what you think. I'd love to read more opinions. These are just 3 things that I know for sure. And that you'll never convince me otherwise about also, because I'm certain. Okay, enough said. Goodbye.